Hello, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing from your respective locations? How is it going? How is everything? How are you holding up in these tough situations? I know things are hard of late, but we just pray things get better as soon as possible. But this Ukraine war, post-COVID effects, and so many other things, including the election that happened last year, they are all factors why we are in this mess. But just pray to God things get better. But it looks like the Ukrainian war is not ending so soon. So I don't know what you're going to do. But the challenge is we do not have sensible government that sit down and think possible way out of their people. But if we did, we would have looked for solutions to end this, because now everything is prices are spiking up, everything is just going out of our hands, and no one seems to be bothered. So I don't know how we are going to handle that, but regardless, we shall still move with what is available and what we can be able to live with and to earn. So thank you for watching my previous videos. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sharing. Those who have shared with colleagues, please keep on sharing, keep on recommending my channel to so many people as you can. I promise to bring content, sensible content, and reliable information and credible information. That's why I take time before I bring to you new videos and information, because I want to bring information unfiltered and censored and well researched. So that's why sometimes it takes me some time to come again to you. So those who haven't liked, please like my page, follow my channel, and hit the notification button such that you'll be the next person to see my next video that I've uploaded. Thank you so much for following me up. Yeah, it's Kalibala Michael, always giving you the political insight around the world and how things move and how the underground world of politics move and how calculations are being done. So today I have an important subject, not so important, but to those people that feel like you have to be reliably informed about things that are going on in the world. Like I told you, like 2 minutes back, the Ukrainian war started again immensely this week and last week. New attacks were launched by Russian forces, and Ukrainian troops are also marshalling up to take back the cities that were seized by the Russian forces. So there's so many things going on around the world. Seems everyone is taking care of their own domestic problems. So the people we are expecting to help is in such circumstances, their hands are full right now. So we have to do it ourselves. But our leaders, it seems they are not bothered. So who is bothered? No one bothers about African people. When we are dying, when we are going through everything we are going through, no one is bothered. So thank you so much for those who give me feedback. I appreciate, and please keep on bringing the feedback. We appreciate that, and we shall keep on improving how we do our things. So today I'm going to talk about, it's been a while since we last talked about politics. Kenya, I like going Kenya politics because of one thing. It shows you how politics is done. Politics is supposed to be based. It's not supposed to actually, politics is not supposed to be the one to control how people live and how, I don't know how to put it, but politics is supposed, it should not be controlling human, what do I call it? It's not supposed to be the determining factor of how we live as a society, or it's not supposed to determine the welfare of the society, because politics is, first of all, it's divisive. The second thing is, it's not based on principles, it's based on emotions of the electorate. So you find crooks being voted in when they don't even know what to do. So this is the biggest challenge. This is the biggest challenge and the worst challenge in our African politics. We base everything, including policies, on elections. It can't be. We must have a plan. We must have things that cannot be changed. Every leader, every president, every MP is supposed to fit in those policies already set, the visions are the vision as a country where we want to be. But the challenge is we leave these uneducated or moderate educated people to decide our fate and the fate of our loved ones and our future. That's the challenge. That's why you see Africa is not going anywhere. Now, how can a senior six leaver be the one to decide the monetary policy? They want to pass laws and regulations of the banking sector. He can't even comprehend the nitty-gritties of the finance and the economy, policies, everything. But you find that same person has to raise up his hand, just raising up his hand in parliament to accept a bill to be passed. That's why we are always at the mercy of the executive, because the people we vote in are actually incompetent to do the kind of work we wanted them to do. But the electorate don't even know actually the purpose of the MPs they vote. So this is a terrible position we find ourselves in. And what can we do about it? Me as a person, I have nothing to do unless I'm saying I will not vote again. But what will happen to my ordinary mama, my ordinary dad in the village? What will happen and the grandmas in the village? They still go line up in the morning, vote, things stay the same, things stay the same after 5 years, they come back, still collect their votes, they go away. So me, actually, like I promised, I'm doing a video about politics, money, politics, and what was some the other thing, and law. Yes, politics, money, and law. I'm doing that video. The next one actually is where next ladies, and the next ladies I will release video about that to make sure I digest the correlation of the theory. So today, let me not waste your time. Today I'm going to just give you a brief and analyze the stakes in Kenyan politics as we talk of now. Now it is clear battle lines are being drawn. Deputy President William Ruto named his running mate, and that was Rigathi Gachagua from Mount Kenya, Nyeri MP, first time MP actually, was an assistant of President Uhuru Kenyatta, like for 10 to 20 years. Raila Odinga also. Everyone was expecting Kalonzo Msyoka, but it didn't happen. He named Martha Karua, the first women vice president designate. God willing, she might be the first deputy president of Kenya. There are so many cards that were being played underground, so many things went on, so many negotiations. But me, I'm not just going to come and report because so many people do that. Me, I come here to analyze what's going on in that camp. in politics, sorry, not in that camp. So after those people, all those two sides, they are actually the major contenders of the presidential seat. Jimmy Wanjigi also declared, actually it was today, he also declared his running mate, but he doesn't count. He counts, but he doesn't hold some water to take us our time talking about him. So after Kalonzo being denied a running mate position, he went on and said he's going to run for the presidency, and he also attempted to name his own deputy president designate. So there's so many things that are going on, but I want us to understand why things are happening the way they are. First and foremost, Kalonzo seems to be poor. He is not his own man. Someone else is, how do I call it? Someone else is financing him. So Remember, who pays the piper controls the tune. Kalonzo is not his own man. That's why you see his own backyard, everyone seems to be running around and running away from him. Everyone is trying to distance himself, apart from these MPs. Wambua also is also affiliated to Raila more than even Kalonzo. There's Mutula Kilonzo, Danny Manzo. They are only those ones that are still with him, but I am sure by the end of this, we will also have, changed the camps. So now Kalonzo, he has been cheated, not twice, not once. Sometimes. So last week, Dr. Alfred Mutua, the chairman of presidential, the chairman of Mandalay Chap, he bolted out of Azimio la Umoja, or One Kenya Alliance coalition, to Ruto, and he went to court contesting. Remember, he wanted to bolt out, and the Registry of Political Parties refused to grant him a leeway. So he went to court to challenge that decision, and actually, including Amason King of Pamoja African Alliance, they all went to DP Ruto, and they wanted to dump Azimio, but they were still bound. According to the registrar, they were still bound. And the one thing they were saying, that they signed something, they don't even have a copy of it. They actually don't even know what they signed. This is what I find challenging, including Kalonzo himself. Kalonzo himself says he signed a document, a coalition agreement, of which he didn't even read. He didn't even have a copy. So sometimes I find these guys, that's why I don't respect politicians. I don't. How can someone in the caliber of Kalonzo Msyoka sign something he's not sure of? He doesn't even have a copy of. How can that happen? Let's leave it at that. So after these guys dumping Azimio, they went to Kenya Kwanza for finding there Mudavadi. Mudavadi was given his share. Remember, the government, Ruto's power structure was also drafted. It will create a position of executive prime minister, which will be occupied by Mudavadi. Moses Wetangula will be given the Speaker of the Senate, and the Pamoja African Alliance will be given, that is Amason Kingi, will be given the speakership of the National Assembly. Dr. Alfred Mutua was promised a cabinet position. Which one else? So the Mount Kenya, of course, had to occupy the deputy president, which was now filled by Rigathi Gachagua. So now, what I find challenging, now I want us to dive into real politics. After Alfred Mutua and Amason Kingi dumping Azimio One Kenya coalition, that is Raila's side, now the Raila side started accusing them of corruption, of everything, mismanaging funds. They are taking them to DCI, must act everything. Now they are portraying them as thieves, as crooked people, as corrupt. So what I find disgusting with these politicians, I don't respect politicians whatsoever, be it the president. I don't, because of one single reason: they have no principles. Their words don't count on anything. That's why I don't respect them. So they were not complaining about the mismanagement of funds, about the corruptness of these two individuals. But after crossing camps, now they are corrupt. That's what I find. They might be corrupt. I have no problem with that. I have no facts. But what I find challenging, have these guys stolen this money in these 2 days they have crossed to Kenya Kwanza? Why were you keeping quiet when you were still? That's why I tell you, these guys are all not honest. All politicians, any politician you see there contesting for any seat, be it an MCA or a chairman, LOC1, never trust that person. Because someone to tell you that you stole money, Akina, from here, and it's just said to them now, When we were with him and we were sleeping in the same bed with him, he didn't even mention. So now all of a sudden he's a bad guy. He has to be taken to court. He has to be jailed. He has even he should be barred actually from contesting. Now what kind of life is that? What kind of situation do these politicians want us to believe? Are they really honest when they talk about corruption? Actually, me, in my own thinking, all politicians, they are all scavengers. They all feed on our vulnerability. The more we are poor, for them it's better for them because it works. They will come with their 10,000, 1,000, and they give you your vote. But a rich person is empowered. They don't like that. So all this crying and flopping, it's not all about us, the wananchi. The only thing they care about is their own self-survival and preservation, and actually earning more money. So when I look at Raila trying to tell us about corruption, about rule of law, he was complaining about the mismanaging of the economy of Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017. Just after that election, the next year, he shook hands with him. Then he became a saint. Uhuru Kenyatta all of a sudden became a saint. Forgetting everything, he was portraying him as a thief, as a what, everything. Including, now let's roll back to Uhuru himself. Raila was a Muganga, so many things. No, sorry, Tanga was so many things, bad things actually. But now all of a sudden he's a darling. And all the people, Mount Kenya people, you have to vote this guy. You know, if you believe any politician, never follow a politician. Never follow a politician. I tell this once again. Never follow a politician. They have no principles. They have no, I don't know. All they care about is the next election. That's what matters. If they calculate and you don't fit in their agenda in the next 5 years, then you're a bad person. When it comes to time when they need you, then you'll be a darling. That's why I think our policies and our way of doing things cannot be influenced by such people who seek re-election. We must have a group of people that come together. We should include doctors, teachers, religious leaders, those people, responsible people in our societies, come together and draw a vision and a plan of our country. Let's bring in these politicians to implement what we have said, and we check them at some point, give them limited and controlled power. But now a guy like Raila Odinga, you give him power, he's already senile actually. He can't even make decisions. I saw him flip-flopping. He didn't even choose a running mate. Now, let's analyze this conundrum now. Raila Odinga, he has now Martha Karua from Mount Kenya. Martha Karua cannot even bring 1 million votes from Mount Kenya. She cannot, sorry. She cannot bring 1 million votes from Mount Kenya. He has lost Kalonzo Msyoka, who has almost 2 million votes that were there for him to grab. He lost them. Sometimes I think it's just an imagination. What if Uhuru Kenyatta is playing Raila Odinga to make sure Ruto wins the election? There are so many miscalculations in that camp. I don't know what's wrong with those guys. Even if you did give Martha Karua, she had no political clout that if you don't give her, she will run away. Give her some other position, a ministerial position, Ministry of Justice and such things. But now you're losing votes on someone who's not bringing anything in her own county. In her own county, she was defeated by Anne Waiguru. So now you're naming that person who could not even garner the victory in her own county of Kirinyaga. Now you're taking that one as your running mate. How many votes is she bringing? Uhuru Kenyatta himself, he can't even get 1 million votes from Mount Kenya. But now he's pretending to be having the dream. Me, I just don't understand. Let me make this preface right away from here. If things go as they are, I'm afraid 2007 might repeat itself. Let's pray for Kenya. If things go as the way they are, with Uhuru Kenyatta chest thumping, Raila Odinga not looking for votes, being in the comfort zone, I'm afraid 2007 might repeat itself. Let's pray for Kenya. Because Ruto is determined, and actually the bad thing with the Ruto, the moment he doesn't win, he's going to be finished completely. That's a challenge with him. He must win. And Raila also has to win because this is a last time. The guy is over 80 now. If he doesn't win in this one, then that's all for him. So everyone, it's a do or die. But the way he's playing his cards, maybe it's Uhuru Kenyatta that is trying to confuse him. That Raila might die without, ruling Kenya, without becoming a president of Kenya. I wouldn't wish that for him, but his miscalculation is bringing him issues. Because now, the only thing he needed was to first and foremost maintain his NASA votes, including Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Msyoka, and the coast. This Amason Kingi and Hassan Joho. Maintain that cost. And so that means he would have started with 40, at least 40%. So the only thing he needed was the 10%. Even if he didn't, he left Uhuru Kenyatta alone and concentrate on the criticizing the regime and pointing out where they have done bad economically, everything is going apart. He would have stayed on that, not becoming a state defender, defending all the mismanagement of the economy. Everything is now becoming a state project. It's becoming an incumbent, unknowingly. He's carrying the baggage of the incumbency. Now, by carrying that baggage of the incumbency, it made him lose Musalia Mudavadi. He has now lost Kalonzo Msyoka. All those people, you can't tell me how much he has some contacts there. They can't garner votes the way Musalia would have. They cannot. Okoparanya cannot bring votes as Moses Wetangula. He cannot. Wetangula is better than Oparanya. Kalonzo Msyoka is better than Kivutha Kibwana. But you see them chest thumping. We have they say we have Kivutha Kibwana, we have Charity Njiru. All those ones cannot garner votes from the whole Ukambani region. They cannot. Now Amason King also left because of Raila miscalculations. And all these guys were in his hands for all this long. Now you tell me he's going to win. How? The guy Ruto has made inroads in Western. He has made inroads in Ukambani through Johnson Mudhama, and now he has added Dr. Alfred Mutua. He has gone to the coast. He has Amason King and others, Aisha Juma and others. Mount Kenya it's now his base. And go to Rift Valley, that's also his bedroom. So how is Raila going to win with only Kisumu? I just don't understand. I'm trying so hard to understand how Raila is trying to, connect these fake polls. Makes him think, because they are actually trying to shape their opinion such that even if they read, they will refer. They are planning on rigging the elections. And the challenge is Ruto will not accept because he will be having the figures. Even if he goes through as the president, Ruto is going to be controlling the largest number of MPs. They can actually impeach him. So another thing is unnecessary wars and battles. You go to Nairobi, people are shouting around, creating chaos. Leave them to wrestle out. Let them let out. Now, why did you have to pull out Tim Wanyonyi? The guy has been on the ground. He's actually an MP there. Let him campaign. This guy you're bringing, he can't even talk to the population. They can't even talk to the population to ask for votes, to campaign for Raila. Now he's the one coming through, dropping all these other ones just because Uhuru Kenyatta wants him to be there and he's a partner. A partner who can't even bring votes in. Politics. So I had some professor, is Professor Manuela saying, oh, Kalonzo Msyoka, even if he goes, he can't go with all of the votes he had, and so many things they are trying to impressions they are trying to portray, as if I heard him sometime saying, I want to comment about that because he's also working actually. You know the challenge we have in Africa. These are educated people because Raila actually is not educated. When they went to look for his education background, he said he was a teacher and engineer, but things were not there. So you find a professor like Professor Makau Mtua, Professor Manmanyora going at the back of Raila Amolo Odinga because he has the numbers on ground, doing everything. They now have to sing praises. Even if they see something wrong, they can't tell him because he's the one controlling the money. He's the one supposed to pay them. So that's the biggest challenge we have in African politics. The people with money and in political positions, just groups. They can't do anything. So they will be ending. They have so much to talk about that politics, but I'm willing to discuss with anyone willing to engage in a discussion. Please feel free to contact me. Send me an email. My email is in the description below. Send me an email. We talk. We can talk. No worries. We can talk about anything. Tutaongea vitu vyote yanataka. Hamna shida. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. I will continue bringing you. Those are all my thoughts actually. No one is giving me his ideas. No one is, they are all my thoughts, independent thoughts, and I appreciate all your comments and all your feedback. I appreciate. We shall keep improving and keep researching to bring you the best content. Thank you so much. I love you. See you again.